Hello, Rob White here with OnClarity, and I'd like to welcome you to this video segment on how to use photos in your report. If you remember in the video for setting your photo preferences, there were some default settings that determine how your pictures look after you insert them into the report. So let's go back and do a quick review on some of those settings. So from the home page, we're going to select Settings and Preferences and the Photograph tab. A couple of the critical ones that will determine how your pictures show up in your report is the gutter space. You'll want to set that to either about a 0.10 or 0.20, and this is the space that will be allocated between the pictures. If you leave this at 0, then your pictures are going to run together when you insert them. The next value is the camera time variance. The camera time variance is the amount of time that we allow you to take your picture and add the comment of either add comment photo or add issue photo. So any picture taking within this amount of time will be included with that photo tag. You want to keep this probably within a 15 to 30 second range and no more, otherwise you may be taking pictures that don't go in with the right comment. The default position, again, this is a preference. You can start your pictures on the left or center them or put them to the right. If you're adding multiple photos to your report, you may want to set those to the left, and then based on the size of the photo that you're using, if you're using small photos, then you can get 3 across. If you use the medium, you'll get 2 photos across the page. And if you use large, then there would be just 1 picture underneath your comment. The other option that you may want to look at is, do you want to keep your comments with your photos? If you do a page break, do you want your comment on a previous page and your photo following it? Or if there's not enough space on the bottom of the page when it does the page break, you can check this box and it will keep your comment with your photo. And then the summary annotation, if you check that, then if you do a summary report, it will also produce a summary photo report, and that a listing of all of your photos, and under each one you'll have a summary annotation under each picture. Comes in nice when you're sending these to a summary report to the agent. So after you've made sure that these are set up the way that you want, before you start taking pictures, you'll want to sync your camera with your computer time. And the easiest way to do that is in the lower right corner. If you click on your date and time field, then you'll see your Windows clock come up. Take your camera, turn it on, and go to your date time setting. Now, most cameras, and I haven't seen one yet, there may be some out there, but most cameras do not have a second hand or a second indicator on the camera. Most of them are just the hour and minutes. So when you turn your camera on, things to verify. If you've taken your battery out, it can reset it. So things to verify is to make sure that it's set to the correct year. Select your month, make sure your day is correct, and then go through and look at your hours and minutes. I will normally, once all this is set, I'm going to select the minute field on my camera so it's ready to change, and as soon as my second hand gets to 12, I change the minutes and save the time on the camera. At that point, my camera and my computer time would be synced fairly close. I've gotten in the habit of doing that before each inspection. I've noticed that the camera that I have, it tends to get off, and I'm not sure if it's because I leave my laptop on. I don't know which one's getting off, but it's a good idea just to verify that and sync your camera and the computer, before you go out and do an inspection. Now, there's a couple of ways that you can add photos to your report. So let's go over here and pull up an inspection. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and show you the manual way. If you're not using voice, then it's a little bit more of a manual process. So I've created a room called Exterior 1, and I'm just going to go out and grab some photos from a file right now, but let's just say I come in and I put my comment in that it's a foundation post-tension cable. So I click that comment, and maybe I have an issue that I have an exposed post-tension cable, and I want to take a picture of that. So I'm going to go out to my library, and I don't know if I have a picture of that particular item or not. I'm just going to grab one and bring it in. So to add pictures manually, I'll set my cursor where I want the picture, select the picture, and do an insert. So my picture is now in. If I have too many spaces, then again, I can delete the space out. One of the issues when you're inserting pictures manually, if I have a number of pictures that I want to insert, and it's going to take up more than one row, you'll notice right now that my cursor is placed at the bottom of this picture. So therefore, when I come in and add another picture, because I did not have a space to add the other picture, it normally winds up putting it above the comment, or it's hidden behind one of these comments. So to prevent that from happening, here it got pushed behind. When you're adding pictures manually, put your cursor after the comment and add 2 or 3 lines if you know you're going to have more than a couple of lines of pictures to add. This will provide spacing to manually add those pictures. Once you add your number of lines, then move your cursor back up to where you want it and insert your picture. And now I can bring my cursor down, and you notice I still have some blank lines. So I just move it up, and I grab my next picture. So again, if you have more than a row of pictures that you're adding, always make sure that you just add another blank line below the picture before you add those pictures in, and that solves that issue. You can also drag and drop your pictures. Go back and delete these out. I can also bring my pictures up, click on it, and drag it down to where I want it and insert it. So either way. Now, if you, this is doing it in a manual mode. If you have the voice module, it makes things a lot easier, because with voice, I can call my comments in and call in a voice tag for my picture. Let's see how that operates. I'm going to turn voice on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new room. And since I'm sitting here in a dining room, we'll create a dining room, and I'll add some comments and take some pictures, and we'll go through the process of importing those.
Voice recognition enabled.
Begin voice inspection.
The microphone is now on. You are currently working in room by room mode.
Add new living area named dining room. Add comment, wall, cosmetic crack.
With text added to merge fields. Define. Specify
Location is right rear corner.
Location set to right rear corner. Specify room.
Room is dining room.
Room set to dining room. All merge fields set.
Add comment photo.
Comment photo added.
Now you see I've added a comment. I've added the photo tag for this, and that photo tag will be synced with the camera picture. And I took 2 pictures, so you'll see that both pictures get called in at the same time. Next item.
The current item is ceilings and floors.
Add comment, ceiling slice stress crack.
Quick text added. Merge field defined. Specify location.
Location is left front corner.
Location set to left front corner. Specify room.
Room is dining room.
Room set to dining room. All merge fields set.
Add issue photo.
Issue photo added.
Invoice inspection.
The microphone has been suspended. Save invoice inspection to resume.
Alright, so what I've done is I've added a comment with a comment photo, and I've added an issue comment with an issue photo. And what we're going to do now is connect the camera to the computer. Interspec will recognize that a camera's been connected, and it's going to ask you, do you want to upload these pictures? So you respond yes, and you can do a select all, or I can go through and pick out the pictures that I want to insert. So I'm going to grab the 3 pictures that I did, and it brings them in to the Interspec library. And now if I click on photos, you'll see the 3 pictures that I pulled in manually. You're also going to see the 3 pictures that I've taken with the camera. You'll notice that there's a green plus mark next to these pictures, whereas the first 3 pictures, there's no markings on those. The green plus mark says, or has found a photo tag in the report that matches this picture. Now from this point, I can open the picture up and add annotations to it. Once I've selected the pictures, I just need to select one. I can do auto insert. And it's going to go out and compare the picture to the photo tag. And add the pictures to the right place in the report. So instead of having to manually go out and do this, if you have the voice module and you're using a headset, you can see how much more simpler this is and how much time saving this is when you go to do reports at night. Instead of having to manually drag and drop these pictures into your comment, by selecting a picture and doing one mouse click, all these pictures are going to get automatically inserted into your report for you. That's the one for walls. If we select ceilings and floors, I had an issue that I inserted. Now since this one was a deficiency, we'll go ahead and mark it. And let's take a quick look at the summary report and show you that I'm going to create a issue summary and an issue photo, and I'm going to save that. Here's the two reports it generated, the issues summary and a photo summary. Let's open up the summary. And again, you're going to see it just pulled the issues for the report, nothing else. And for the photo summary, it's going to show all the pictures in your photo, what room they were in, and under what item. So as you can see, very useful with the voice module. Greatly reduces the amount of time that you spend after hours in creating reports. If you're not using the voice module, give us a call. We'll be glad to get you going on it. Like with everything, it just takes a little bit of practice to learn the voice commands and to move around in the system. But after a short period of time, most inspections that people do, you use the same comments over and over in many of your homes. So those voice tags you become very, very familiar with pretty quick. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to give us a call or submit a ticket. And we thank you for watching and look forward to seeing you on the next video.